Alright, good morning guys. How's it going? So another pretty uneventful week I would say. Just kind of working, doing stuff. The hunt started for Borderlands 2 though, and I forgot how insanely fast people are in that game. Like it is ridiculous. Like Dark Smoke and Deceptics are just so fast. It's ridiculous. But yeah, that's it. Reddit. A random dude joined and gave me all of this to sell. Said he was helping the community. Should I be worried? I'm new at this game. Okay, so this is just a fake item that he has given you. I think that selling these specifically like increases your backpack capacity infinitely. Something like that. It's really weird. Um some modders just think that they're being helpful, but really they're just kind of a pest, I would say, in most instances. Because, like, this is probably your first character. You have no idea the value of currency in the game. You don't know if this is a good item or if it's a real item or, like, whatever. So, this is just kind of a waste and a horrible interaction for everybody involved. The players don't want it. The modder, I guess they just think they're cool. I don't know what it is. It's probably just that middle school coolness they're looking for. But yeah, it's just kind of inconvenient that the people do this. Wildlife Preserve TVHM. Random shit go. I mean, yeah, this kind of happens. This happens on a few maps though, because they just populate it a lot or they don't populate it enough. But you'll enter the first area and you'll get hit with like a ton of like stalkers. A bunch of them will be rabid, some of them will explode, and then you get into the second area and it's just highly dense with mobs. Like you got your bots and your engineers and stuff, and then you keep going and then there's more stuff, and it can just be really really dense, so it kind of gets rough. The one thing I wish Wildlife Preserve, like, okay, the cyclone stalkers, those are really cool, and they're only in wildlife. I really wish that they were in a different part of the map or in like a different DLC or something, because they feel like a really good enemy, and they're probably annoying, like they spin and reflect and stuff, but I just think they're cool. So it'd be cool to see them elsewhere. Controversial opinion, 2007 or 8 prototype of Borderlands is more interesting to me than the Half-Life 2 beta. You know, this does give it more of like a Mass Effect-y type feel, I would say. Like, just looking at this looks more like that than what we would expect from like a Borderlands game. And it does look pretty cool. I don't know if I would have played this game. I might have. But like, I don't know if I would have played it as much as I would play like the current games that we have, you know? But it is cool. This would be an interesting timeline to see. Like, what would this have been? I don't know. I would have liked to seen it. I have a not so niche build. Wonder how I can make it better. No, you have to use this specific build. Your build is the worst thing I've ever seen. I got my 36 pearl. Nice. Yeah, it's really weird. For some reason, people will test out or they'll have questions about really niche or like weird builds that they want to make, and then other people will just come along and just trash the build for no apparent reason. And like, I guess if you're an optimal gamer who has to sweat it out night like all the time, then that's kind of fair. But just let somebody try a build, you know? If it's bad, they'll figure out it's bad. If it's not bad, we have a new build. So that's kind of just cool. And also, yeah, a lot of people post about pearls. They exist and they drop pretty often. Not so often, I guess, but like everyone gets a couple without even trying. So, yeah, they're just out there. Active BL2 subreddit user. Okay. So we've got. Okay, I don't know many people that use the Ahab version or the Flacker version of the damage bug, but I respect it. Infinity, yeah, everyone loves the Infinity for some reason. Someone randomly post a video about Boar, and they're like, guys, why did Bunker die so fast? And then that happens a lot. And then somebody else is like, guys, is this build good? And it's also like probably a pretty decent prime build that would be fine if they just used it and tested it. And then the B shield is cool. Fight for Sanctuary bad, but Fight for Sanctuary is kind of bad. Let's be honest. I mean, it kind of made the end game really rough for a lot of people. And then Axton is boring. Yeah, people think that, but he's also kind of fun. The swap speed feels really, really nice on him. The explosive damage like build is really nice, or just the grenade damage build, I would say. And then people farming Sandhawks and posting it. Yeah, that also happens a lot. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty true. The Flacker, not so much, but like everything else, yeah. First time I'm playing Krieg, I heard the slow hand is amazing with Bloodbath, and I remember Jolt's using it with this skill, so I decided to get it. It doesn't proc Bloodbath. Okay. I have a person that hangs out in my Discord a lot, and basically, this gun does not proc Bloodbath. It does not. It will not. It is gun splash. It is not grenade or launcher splash. It will never trigger it. It does not work with it. If you were to kill something with a grenade or a different weapon that had grenade or launcher splash attached to it, this would probably deal really good damage. But the slow hand does gun splash, not grenade. Here is my build against the area at the start of Linwood. Okay, you're playing Krieg, the Maniac. I like it. We're doing melee probably without Silence the Voices because it's scary. We've got the melee setup going on with Hellborn, but we're probably not even going to melee stuff, are we? Let's see. This already looks like it's going incredibly. I am very excited. Okay, we have a Kerblaster. We have a Legendary Psycho instead of a Sickle. We've got a melee shield on. Okay. I'm kind of scared. Okay. This is just kind of trash Krieg gameplay, I guess. I don't know. This is... Yeah. I don't know, dude. This is just... Yeah, this is gameplay. True. Correct. I don't know if this build is a build that people would run, but it's definitely a build that works because it's... I mean, it's Krieg. Realistically, you have no OP levels, you're at level 80, you have perfect gear. I would have to imagine that this works well, right? Yeah, this is fine. Okay. This feels really weird. Because if you are having a poll for which video game is the best, and then you post it into one of the video game specific Reddit, of course they're gonna vote for that one. You're posting it in the place where people are looking for that game, and then you're having a poll to decide which of the games is the best. The odds are people are probably going to pick the game that are in the subreddit. It's just how it is. Also, Borderlands 1 really lower than the pre-sequel. The space copy-paste of Borderlands 2. Okay, I guess. And also, Borderlands 3 is kind of high. That's a lot higher than I would expect. But yeah, I would go Borderlands 2, probably 1, and then the pre-sequel, and then 3 in my brain. But I guess this is just a common thought, I would imagine. I don't know. I know that my opinion about Borderlands is pretty uncommon for the most part, but I don't see Borderlands 3 as being that fun of a game for myself. How do you Krieg from 1 to 30? For real, how? Playing Krieg has been super hard for me. Can't do a good build with him. Okay, so they're doing a gun build. And what you need to know for Krieg is that the easiest way to run a Krieg, at least early on, is melee. It just is, unfortunately. I know it's kind of boring, but that's just how it is. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start, just get some damage, or if you're doing pretty bad, you go ahead and get the health skill, and then you fill out the other one. And then from here, you don't really have many good options for melee itself, so you could get the cooldown skill. If you're playing with friends though, I would not recommend getting this. You could go with Embrace the Pain instead. This would allow you to throw buzz axes faster. And then of course you could go Salt the Wound. And then I would avoid getting STV until you can max it out. So at first do like 1 point here, maybe like 4 here for guns. And then after you hit level 30 or level 31, you could go ahead and spec out of that, spec into this, and then grab Release the Beast. And whenever you have Release the Beast, you never need Fuel the Rampage at all, because all you have to do is wait for your health to drop below 33%, trigger your skill, you get your cooldown back, you get the Buzz Axe to go on. It's really OP. You will never need Fuel the Rampage, and honestly, later in the game, even if you don't have Fuel the Rampage, you heal it, like you get your cooldown pretty fast anyway. And then you just kind of run melee. It's really boring, I know, but it is what's easier for Krieg. So yeah, that's probably what I would run. You could put a point in to redeem the soul for the extra fight for your lifetime if you're having a little bit of trouble. Take it out of like Salt the Wound or something like that. You could put a point into Thrill of the Kill for outside of Buzz Axe so that you can get some healing whenever you're just outside of Buzz Axe. And then the main thing about Krieg's skill before level 30 is you open with it. You start with Buzz Axe Rampage, go kill stuff that is a little more difficult, and then whenever your health starts to like get a little sketchy, not like super sketchy, like as soon as you realize this is probably not a good idea, go swing on a Psycho or like a Pup Skag or just like something small first, and then go back to your big enemy. That's usually how people will do it, but I feel like it's really important to include that. Open with the skill until you get Release the Beast, and then you continue with the skill after you drop below 33% health. That's it. That's Krieg. At least early and melee, and yeah, just for ease of use. All right, and with that, I guess we are done. So thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. Next week, I don't know, maybe something if I get bored or have a meme in mind, but it kind of just depends on how it goes. So if you have any ideas, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. If you liked the video, leave a like. And if you haven't, maybe consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it. And that's it. Thanks for hanging out. See you later.